Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, today the KDF organized for the ceremony to give last respect to their boss, General Francis Ogolla. And still there are issues that Ruto is still raising as far as the issue of Ogolla is concerned, because in the entire event, instead of at least the head of state giving respect or trying to tell the truth about the late general, he was still taking credit from that event. We are talking about the dead, his role he played in this country, but you get to that event and you are praising yourself on how you gave a job to him. The consideration that you had, the favorism that you had. And Raila also responded to the same. But despite all this, the Saturday newspaper shared a story with a headline story in page 2. And it was all about the controversy that took place at Bomas of Kenya. That day, the National Security, the National Security Advisory Committee, NSAC, that went to meet IBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati and the SMS that saved Ogola's life. The event of that day was well documented and has been exclusively conversed. So, the story is bringing light to the considerations that were made the day Ruto was faced with the decision to replace or announce the next CDF replacing Kibochi. So before the decision was made, if you read the story, Ruto summoned the late CDF Francis Ogolla, by then he was Vice CDF, to grill him on the role he played on the day the National Security Advisory Committee went to the IBC to meet with the IBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati. So Ruto grilled him. And if you read that story, because I want us also to read part of this story, we better understand so that it's not my own things or other people's views. This is what the story is talking about. Controversy at Bomas and how SMS saved General Ogola's career. A short text message sent by Chief of Defense Forces CDF Francis Ogolla, then Vice Chief of Defense Force, to his boss General Robert Kibochi, saved his career amid high-stake political during the tallying of 2022 general election results. The SMS sent during a period of escalating tension at the Bomas of Kenya National Tallying Center showed Ogola's unwavering commitment to non-partisan role of military. The text read, "Sir, this is not about security, but about politics." In May last year, in live media interview, Ruto said, but we just want to talk about what Ogolla did, because you all know what Ruto has been saying about Ogolla. For Ruto, it has been that Ogolla made a mistake, he pleaded with me, he asked for forgiveness, and I gave him a job. I never considered the mistake he made. That was William Ruto. Details emerging shows that Ogolla shared the message when he met Ruto after he was sworn in, when those in Kenya Kwanza were buying for the blood of those believed to be former President Uhuru Kenyatta's allies. Ogolla told the president, on going to Bomas, I am guilty as charged. If there was a court martial, I would not escape it. I went there with PAS Kennedy Kihara. On arrival from the NSSC, the whole reasoning was that there was tension in the country, and therefore we needed to have IBC declare result on arrival. We met Chebukati, but Kihara delved into political, and started saying that IBC needed to kneel to the result. I immediately sent a text to General Kibochi saying, "Sir, this is not about security, but about politics." That text I have, and it's here. So this text put to rest all the many stories that Ruto has been talking about, the role Ogolla played at IBC. Because when he saw the other conversation coming from the other quarters to do with the politics, he sent a message to his boss. It also confirms that Ogolla did not just avail himself at IBC, he was following the instruction from his boss, General Kibochi. At that moment, Ogolla showed President Ruto the text, and within weeks he was appointed CDF. General Ogolla was among the members of the National Security Advisory Committee that arrived at the Tallying Center. So we don't want to go into all those other things. So you see, when Ogolla showed William Ruto the message that he sent to Kibochi, confirming to him that the story that they were sent to go and check at Bomas to deal with the issue of security, things were twisting into politics. So it's not all about the security, it is political. So with that, it tells you that Ogolla was not taking a political stand as a general. He was just in the middle that let the truth come out, but not taking a position as a military guy. So this is what made William Ruto to appoint him, after realizing that he has no any issue you can nail him down with, to deny him that opportunity. Because if there was any, then he would have sent Ogolla to the court martial. Kuna zile koti za wanajeshi. And in that court martial, definitely, hata angejaribu kumpeleka huko, this SMS was going to save him. So he realized there was no any other option he can use to deny Ogolla that opportunity, because he has evidence. So yes, they were at Bomas of Kenya. There was a reason why they were there. They were sent there. So looking into that, then you hear William Ruto even saying this, that there's another statement I saw him saying. That this is what he said. All the recommendations I got on the next CDF did not include the name of Francis Ogolla, but he was a military officer with a distinguished career. There was only one problem: the event of 15th August 2022 at Bomas. So Ruto is telling us that military is no longer profession, because they're the one who present the names to the chief in command of the armed forces. Watapeleka majina kama ni mawili matatu. So is he telling us that the military professional is questionable? Professionalism at the military. That they removed Ogolla's name. So you see, Ogolla was acting on instruction from his boss. He was sent to Bomas because there was allegation of security threats. So they were to get there, assess the situation. And when it was clear that there was no security threat to the outcome of the election, based on his own assessment, he did not hesitate to inform his boss of the same. So he told him, there is no security threat. What we are seeing here, it is political issues that are being, twisted here and there. So for that reason, they never forced anything to happen. But we know what Chebukati said and Ruto's position. So what saved the image and life of Ogolla and his career, it is the message that he sent to his boss. If he did not do so, then we will not have any other evidence. If he had other issues, then he would have executed that. But Ruto has twisted everything to fit his own political statement or narrative. He is twisting things to take credit even where he does not deserve to take. He's tainting the image of the Kenya Defense Forces, our military. And they are watching him in silence as he does so, because there are not politicians to come out in a political podium to answer to this. Ogolla was not a politician. So he did not have such privilege to come to a political podium to respond to all this kind of statement that Ruto was trying to twist and fit what he wanted the public to consume. But with this message, it is now exposing William Ruto, the kind of politics he wants to take credit from, even in an area where he should not do so. So look at the kind of embarrassment he's putting the family in at a time when they're mourning their beloved one. So if you read that story and the entire story, you'll get to know what has transpired on that day. I don't know your views, but let us put in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you, and see you in our next video.